Before understanding the concepts of democracy, it is important to know what a democracy is. A democracy is a system of government in which power is vested in the people, who rule either directly or through freely elected representatives.
Every person wakes up every day and expects to be respected, no matter who they are or what they believe in. However, this is not always followed in the U.S., as a person's race, religion, and sexual orientation is often discriminated against. Unfortunately, problems like this will never go away because everybody has the right to say whatever they want as long as it does not incriminate them. An example of this would be the Westboro Baptist Church. These people are categorized as a hate group that can be seen exercising their rights by protesting against homosexuals at military funerals and on the streets. These acts definitely do not acknowledge the worth and dignity of every American citizen.
No person should be viewed as being below others. An example of respect for the equality of all persons is the Supreme Court's legislation of same-sex marriage. This represents equality for everyone because it finally eliminates people being denied a basic right, like marriage, because of their sexual orientation.
Our country makes most of their decisions by voting. Therefore, the party that receives the most votes will win. However, the outvoted issue has the right to express their beliefs and ideas. Although their ideas may not be carried out, the minority still needs to be heard. An example of this would be any law that is trying to be passed. The law has two sides to it. One side wants it to be passed, and the other doesn't. Although one side has a majority of the support, the other side still gets to plead their case. This is why it is important for minorities to speak up, because in a democracy they have the voice to make change in the country.
Everyone cannot have their way, and this is why deals need to be made. A budget deal between Democrats and Republicans is an example of necessity of compromise, because they must be able to compromise in order to make a deal. Republicans want to lift spending caps on military spending. On the other hand, Democrats want to increase spending on domestic policy. The plan is to raise spending equally on both sides and then make up for it later.
Everyone is allowed to do as they please, as long as their actions do not harm others. Gun laws are an example of individual freedom because it protects the individual's right to own a gun. Many people are against background checks, but they exist to protect the individual's freedom. The only people that should ever be affected by background checks are criminals, which have been denied the right to own guns. Some worry the government will try to take our guns, but the Second Amendment protects that from happening.
As FDR said, democracy cannot succeed unless those who express their choice are prepared to choose wisely. The real safeguard of democracy, therefore, is education.
Therefore, in order to practice democracy at your highest potential, it is important to be educated about all concepts of democracy and how they are incorporated in today's issues in the United States.
Thanks for watching our presentation. You can clap now.